Hello everyone, today we are going to learn chapter number 2, The Sound of Music, part 1. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. So in this story there are two important characters. The first one is Evelyn Glennie, that means the renowned xylophone player who was deaf but managed to overcome her disability. Look, she became a popular musician. In spite of her disability, what was that? That was that she can't hear anything. If we are going to think in a way, sir, how is it possible? How can a deaf girl learn music? If she can't hear, how would she play? How would she perform? But she was the one who managed to overcome it. And she established herself as one of the popular musicians. And the second one is Ron Forbes. Ron Forbes was her mentor, the percussionist who spotted the potential within the young Evelyn and motivated her to play drums. Look, what was the special about Ron Forbes? Everyone simply denied. They say they refused. No, she can't learn music. Why she can't learn music? Just because she was deaf. So everyone discouraged her. No one was ready to recognize her potential. But there was someone who recognized her potential. And what he said, no, you can learn it. You can learn music. So now let me start. 17 years old, Evelyn was going to Royal Academy of Music in London. So it was her first day. And she was just 17 years old. And she got a chance to learn music from the Royal Academy of Music, which is in London. It was a daunting task for any budding musician. It was a frightening task. For whom? For a new one. For a budding means what? Budding musician. Matlab, who is just going to begin. It was just the beginning for her. Okay, so that is the reason why it was daunting task for any budding musician. तो किसी भी देखो नए उभरते हुए सितारे के लिए क्या होता है, नए उभरते हुए संगीतकार के लिए ये तो बहुत ही मुश्किल काम होता है कि भाई पहले दिन मैं जा रहा हूँ, वो भी बहुत ही प्रेस्टिजियस एकेडमी में, जहाँ के सोचो कि एक से एक रिनॉन्ड म्यूजिशियन ने म्यूजिक सीखा था. तो ऑब्वियसली डर तो थोड़ा बहुत होगा ही. वो डर इस चीज का भी होगा, वेदर आई वुड बी एबल टू कोप और नॉट, वेदर आई कैन सर्वाइव और नॉट. सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई. That means she was frightened. But it was more difficult for Evelyn as she was deaf. Evelyn Glennie loss of hearing had been gradual. Look, but the most of all, it was one of the most difficult tasks for whom? For Evelyn. Because she was deaf. तो ये सबसे मुश्किल काम किसके लिए था? तो ये सबसे मुश्किल काम था एवलिन के लिए, क्योंकि उसके साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? वो सुन ही नहीं सकती थी किसी चीज को. ठीक है, और तभी वो क्या सीखने जा रही थी? म्यूजिक सीखने जा रही थी. ओके, एवलिन ग्लेनीज लॉस ऑफ हियरिंग हैड बीन ग्रेजुअल. दैट मीन्स स्लोली she lost her power of hearing. Her mother remembered noticing something was wrong when the 8 years old Evelyn was waiting to play piano. They called her name but she didn't move. सबसे पहले उसकी मॉम इजाबेल ग्लेनी ने इस चीज को नोटिस किया था. कब? When she was just 8 years old. जब वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ 8 साल की थी तभी नोटिस किया गया था, क्योंकि जब वो किस चीज के लिए वेट कर रही थी, पियानो को प्ले करने के लिए अपने क्यू में वेट कर रही थी, और उसका जब नाम अनाउंस किया गया, जब नाम बुलाया गया, तो वो बिल्कुल भी अपनी जगह से मूव नहीं हुई. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. So this was the first time when her mother, Isabel Glennie, noticed that there was some problem with Evelyn, that she can't hear. And for quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. For some time, it was okay for Evelyn to hide her disability from her friends and teacher, but by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. it was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. तो finally क्या हुआ कि for some time she was able to manage, she was able to hide her disability from her friends and teachers. But when she was 11 years old and her marks deteriorated, then her headmistress called her mother and asked and told her to take her to a specialist. ठीक है, और जब वो स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाती है तो वहाँ क्या पता चलता है कि उसके नर्व डैमेज होने की वजह से वो धीरे धीरे क्या खो चुकी है, अपनी सुनने की जो पावर है वो उसको क्या कर चुकी है, खो चुकी है. एंड देन शी वॉज डिटरमिन्ड टू लीड अ नॉर्मल लाइफ एंड परस्यू हर इंटरेस्ट इन म्यूजिक. देखो सबसे बड़ी चीज ये नहीं होती है कि रुकावटें हमारे सामने आ गई, हमारे सामने बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम आ गई. नहीं, उन प्रॉब्लमों के सामने हम कैसे बिहेव करते हैं, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. कि मतलब प्रॉब्लम तो हर किसी की लाइफ में आती है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम को डील करने का हमारा तरीका क्या होता है वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. मतलब शी वॉज समवेयर डिटरमिन्ड टू लीड अ नॉर्मल लाइफ एंड परस्यू हर इंटरेस्ट इन म्यूजिक. देखो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि दैट मीन्स इट वॉज an easy task for Evelyn, because most of the teacher discouraged her, but percussionist Rockfast spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. But everyone simply discouraged her. That means whenever they approached, they discouraged her. They said, no, she can't learn music just because she is deaf. She wouldn't be able to understand what exactly it is just because she can't hear. But there was someone else, and he was Ron Forbes. He was the man who recognized her potential. He didn't highlight the point which was her weakness. He didn't highlight her weakness. He didn't point out her weakness. He pointed out her potential. No, she has the potential to learn music because she was ready to do anything for music. That means this was her mental toughness. कि नहीं यार मुझे सीखना है, मतलब मुझे सीखना है तो मतलब क्या है, मुझे सीखना ही है. देखो दो तरीके से कमिटमेंट होते हैं. एक है ठीक है मुझे करना है, एक मुझे करना ही है. एक मिनट याद रखो, जब मुझे करना है, when I have to do, ठीक है ना, then I will, yes, sorry, आप ऐसे कह सकते हो कि I will do and I have to do. जब आप कहते हो I will do तो इसका सीधा मतलब होता है कि चलो ठीक है यार, कर भी सकता हूँ, नहीं भी कर सकता हूँ. लेकिन जिस वक्त आपने ये कहा कि I will have to do, that means you are ready to sacrifice, you are ready to put your tremendous effort in order to complete that task. Okay, so one day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. क्योंकि ये चीजें कहां से आया था, क्योंकि एक बार once she saw there was a girl, she was playing xylophone, और उसी दिन उसने ये चीज डिसाइड कर लिया था, even I will play piano too. ठीक है, and I'll play it too. That was xylophone. So what Mr. Ron Forbes did, he began by tuning two large drums of different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. What he did, he played two large drum to different notes. He tuning two large drum to different notes, and what he said, don't hear it, try to sense it in some other way. That means he motivated her not to hear it, just try to feel it, just to feel the music, feel the tune which was played by Ron Forbes. And Evelyn suddenly realized that she could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Then that means even she realized that she can feel the vibration, and the higher drum, that was upper the waist, and that means lower drum, that was lower the waist. मतलब वो अपने बॉडी में किस चीज को फील कर सकती थी, द वाइब्रेशन, उस वाइब्रेशन को वो फील कर सकती थी, उस म्यूजिक को वो क्या कर रही थी, तो फील कर रही थी, जो रॉन फॉर्ब्स ने प्ले किया था. एंड Forbes repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. And that means even percussionist Ron Forbes repeated the same exercise, and finally even Evelyn realized that she could feel the tone of music. She can feel the notes of music through the different parts of her body. मतलब इस तरह से ये चीजें थी, ये चलती ही गई धीरे 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 धीरे, स्लोली स्लोली. क्या हो गया आपको, ये एवलिन ने रियलाइज किया कि वो म्यूजिक को क्या कर सकती है, फील कर सकती है. अपने बॉडी के अलग अलग पार्ट्स में किसको फील कर सकती थी, म्यूजिक को वो फील कर सकती थी. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच गाइज. नेक्स्ट विल डिस्कस इन आवर नेक्स्ट वीडियो.